Alright guys, so Psyonix just announced Rocket League Championship Series Season 10. Alright, with the new format, everything. Alright, it's been officially announced, and we're going to go over everything, all the new stuff, everything that they've officially announced today. So, yeah, as always, if you guys do enjoy, if you like the update videos, the news videos, make sure to hit subscribe. You know, you can follow me on Twitter at cherry_ZRL. You can stay up to date, you know, when I tweet stuff, retweet stuff that's going on in the Rocket League scene. But yeah, let's get right into the video. So I think what I'm going to do with this one is a little different than what I did for my last video I did about the new Rlcs format. I'm going to have some gameplay in the background. I'll just put up kind of what the paragraphs that I'm reading from so you guys could follow along but not get too bored. And the last thing I wanted to quickly mention before we start the video is that some of the points that I'll talk about in this video I'm going to be reiterating from the last video. So remember the last video I made about the new Rlcs format? It was the Esports Observer article. That was before Psyonix officially announced everything. Now that everything's officially announced, there's a lot of new stuff that I have to cover. However, I will be reiterating some of the old stuff that I covered, like, you know, just the basic format of Rlcs, just to catch anyone up to speed who might have missed in my last video. But anyone who did see my other video, then you already know what's going on. So it starts off by saying the Rlcs has created countless memorable moments, but as the esport grows each season, the Rlcs needs to follow suit. And I would like to kind of talk about something. This change would not have happened if it weren't for the orgs threatening to pull out. You know, it feels like they're trying not to let everyone know that they were basically that their hand was forced. Which, it was a good thing, right? The esports orgs did a good thing, sending that letter, you know, kind of threatening to pull out. However, I do want to mention that this would not have happened if it wasn't for the orgs, you know, as well as the community, you know, kind of fighting for the esport. Okay, I'm pretty sure Psyonix would have just kind of left things as is if there was no kind of backlash from the community, from the orgs, from the pro players. So, you know, Rlcs Season 10 is thanks to you guys, alright? Everyone watching this video, everyone who voiced their opinion, this is thanks to you. So yeah, I thank you. But yep, Rlcsx will represent the most fundamental changes to Rocket League since its inception in 2016. On top of that, $4.5 million prize pool. Alright, $4.5 million. Alright, baby. Alright, baby. I see you, Psyonix. I see you. Now you guys are finally cranking open your wallet. Epic Games wallet. Alright, we're making sweeping changes to the league and its structure to build a foundation for competitive Rocket League for the years ahead. Rlcs 10 represents our first step towards a brand new vision for the Rlcs. And their new vision for the Rlcs is this. Alright, so like I covered in my last Rlcs Season 10 video. Remember, they're changing the entire format, so it's going to be 3 splits. And it's going to be very similar to League of Legends from what I've heard. I haven't actually watched League of Legends competitive scene, and I don't follow it. However, from what you guys have told me, you guys said it's very similar to the League of Legends format. So if you're looking for maybe a reference. Okay, so just there's going to be more LAN events, more tournaments throughout the whole year. You know, I'll put up the format kind of diagram for you guys to see so you guys know what I'm talking about, can get a better idea. But yeah, this is what it's going to look like basically. And yeah, so it's going to be 3 splits that constitute a full season. So there's going to be a fall, winter, and spring split. All right, each split will feature 3 standalone regional events for both North America and Europe. So each little blue box that you see for Europe and each orange box you see for NA, that's 1 regional event. All right. So there's 3 of them for both North America and Europe, so 6 total regional events. So that's going to be 18 total per season. All regional events will begin with an open qualifier on Battlefly. So you know, that's just where you can go sign up for the open qualifier. Battlefly, you know, I'll link it in the description. Each split will culminate with a major, and there's going to be 3 majors per season. So that's really awesome, you know, just having more major tournaments, you know, so the major is not the world championship. It's just, you know, 1 step towards the world championship, if that makes sense. Okay, that's just what everyone has to go through. All 3 splits will showcase a different tournament format. The fall split is a 32-team tournament format. The winter is a 24-team format, while spring is a 20-team. And the regional events will be $100,000 per event, while the majors will be $250,000 per event. All right, per split. No, the Rocket League World Championship will provide $1 million in prizing. And by the end of the season, more than 4.5 million in prizing will be awarded across all regions. So that is the basic gist. That is the new RLCS format. Now, each split is actually going to be a little bit differently, it looks like. So let me talk a little bit more about the fall split, all right? This, by the way, RLCS is starting in August, and it's starting on August 1st, actually. So as you can see right here, it says August 1st, and they're actually going to be doing Europe before North America for the first time ever. It's happening soon, all right? We're in July. It is 1 month away, all right, guys? 1 month. So let's talk about the fall split. I'll put up what I'm reading from so you guys can follow along. Each regional event will have 32 teams. Remember, each split is going to have a different amount of teams. Remember, fall is 32, winter 24, spring is 20. The teams that have earned their spot from RLCS Season 9 will be auto-invited to the regional events. All right, teams that earn their spot from the previous Rival Series season will be auto-seeded into Day 3 of the Open qualifiers. All right, so it looks like even the Rival Series teams, they get a little bit of an extra boost because, remember, they did qualify for Rival Series, and now that it's technically not happening, they get an advantage now going into RLCS Season 10. The 32 qualified teams will be placed into 2 groups of 16, and it's going to be a Swiss format. So for those of you who want to know what a Swiss format is, it's a non-eliminating tournament format. You know, I'll just read to you guys off Google because I know what it is. It's just, you know how it's sometimes hard to explain things? I'm bad at explaining, so I'm just going to read off Google. So it's a non-eliminating tournament format that features a set number of rounds of competition. Another important thing to note is that in this format, each competitor will not necessarily play all other entrants. So let's say you have Rogue and G2. It's not guaranteed that they'll end up playing each other because that's just kind of how the format works, because there's going to be so many more teams in RLCS now. You know, you can't expect them all to play each other. The top 8 teams from each group will proceed to another 16-team Swiss format. The top 8 teams from that group will move on to a single elimination bracket. All events in the fall split will be online. All right, so it looks like 32 teams in each region. You know, they're going to be split up into 16. The top 8 from each of those 16 will be combined into another group of 16, and then they're going to battle it out. Okay, that's what it's looking like right now, and this is for the fall split only. So it's a really good format because it promotes consistency. All right, you don't have to be the best on that specific day. You just have to be the best on average over the course of many days. One thing that's really cool from this format, another thing that's really, really awesome from this format is that it means the World Championship just means so much more, okay? Like, it's not 2 per year, it is 1 per year now, okay? And it also brings in a lot of interesting dynamics, like, you know, we start in the fall with RLCS, but we won't end till next summer. So that means that, let's say G2 is the best team right now. Well, NRG could be the best team by summer, right? Like, it does not mean whoever's good at the start does not necessarily mean that they're the favorite to win the World Championship. Unlike with previous seasons, you know, it only went on for a couple of months. Basically, whoever was the best at the start would win the World Championship. You know, that's kind of how it was because it was just such a short amount of time. It was just a few months. But now it's an entire year, okay? This is 1 year, and a lot is going to change, okay? The best teams in the fall split will not be the best teams in the spring split, okay? And it is just hugely new, different dynamic that's being added to the game, and I like it. It just really, really sucks because none of this would have happened if it weren't for every one of you guys, the orgs, complaining about Psyonix's lack of investment into their own game, okay? Psyonix unfortunately just wouldn't have done this if it weren't for you guys. And you know that it does scare me because I want Psyonix to care about their game. You know, I've talked about this before. I want them to want to make changes, okay? I don't want them to just want to make money and do whatever's going to make them the most money in the long run, okay? I want them to, you know, take care of their game. And what I really hope is that things are going to change now in Psyonix because of what you guys have done, okay? You guys need to realize that everyone watching this video, you guys helped orchestrate this and make RLCS better, and, you know, the best it could possibly be. So, okay, and to end off their blog post, they actually talk about RLCS the grid. I'll quickly go over that. You know, this is just another big chance to our competitive ecosystem, they say. You know, it's a new weekly tournament circuit that brings top teams together to battle for grid points, prize money, better seeding, and a spot at the majors. Okay, so and this is how it's going to work. There's going to be 9 weekly tournaments per RLCS split. Teams earn grid points and a cut of $10,000 per region weekly prize pool. The grid will inform seeding for RLCS regional events. So, okay, 16 teams will be invited to the first season of the grid and are the teams that earned RLCS and Rival Series auto qualifications via their performance in Season 9. So it is going to be RLCS teams. You know, the grid is just going to be another way to help with seeding for, you know, their majors. Okay, it even says right here is for points, prize money, seeding, and a spot at the majors. They end off their blog post by saying RLCS Season 10 is our first step towards a new, exciting way for players and fans to experience professional Rocket League. We'll have more information to share as we get closer to the season, so stay tuned. And remember, the season's in a month, about a month. So, I mean, stay tuned. You know, don't drop out of Rocket League esports right now, okay? Because they're still coming out with more information. RLCS starts next month, it looks like. A lot of stuff is going on. A lot of stuff is happening right now, okay? And you know what? We're going to be covering everything RLCS Season 10 on this channel, all right? For an entire year. It's awesome. And this is another thing I wanted to bring up. Psyonix is now giving me the ability to make more content, right? They have many more tournaments going on, many more LAN events, regional events, okay? And it's with RLCS teams, all right? They're not just, you know, like the community tournaments that had a bunch of bubble teams. These are all this is all RLCS, and there's going to be so much more interest in Rocket League esports for longer, right? It's good for my channel. It's good for the community. It's good for so many reasons, this new format. I cannot stress it enough, you know. But yeah, I think that is everything that I wanted to talk about. That's everything with this new format, the new RLCS Season 10 that's coming next month in August. So thank you guys all for watching. If you did enjoy, if you do like the content, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.